All right, folks. Well, I have 4 o'clock, so let's go ahead and get started. Good afternoon, AAA members, and thank you for joining us for our second virtual Traveler Showcase presentation. Before we begin, I want to go over some quick housekeeping. You will be muted throughout the presentation today, so if you have any questions, please feel free to type them into the questions box, and we will answer as many questions as we can at the end of the presentation. There are handouts included in this presentation on the right-hand side or below, depending what format you're using. You're more than welcome to download those handouts and keep them. Our AAA travel professionals also have these handouts on hand and can guide you through the details on those. The presentation is being recorded, and we will be sending you a link to the recording by email after the event today. There will also be a short survey included in the email as well. So if you could take a few moments and complete the survey for us, your feedback is greatly appreciated. We have presentations for the Traveler Showcase through January 28th, including 3 this Saturday. So if you would like to see the full schedule of presentations and RSVP, you can do so at AAA.com/Traveler Showcase. And we will have information about how you can get in touch with our knowledgeable AAA travel professionals at the end of the presentation. With that said, we have Celebrity Cruises joining us today for a fantastic presentation. Celebrity Cruises encourages AAA members to sail beyond their perceptions and expand their horizons. Their award-winning ships are impeccably designed, and they serve exquisitely prepared culinary experiences and offer itineraries in more than 300 destinations on all 7 continents. And with that, it's my pleasure to introduce our speaker today, Garrett Landry, Market Sales Manager for AAA's preferred travel partner, Celebrity Cruises. Thanks for joining us today, Garrett.
Thank you, Nathan. I really appreciate being here. And I actually want to do a quick introduction as well. We take our relationship very seriously with AAA Oregon, Idaho. And so I actually brought Chris Sizemore in as well. We both handled the relationship because AAA is just such a great partner of ours. So I actually wanted to say, give Chris a quick second to say hello and talk about our great partnership.
Absolutely. And I'm going to actually hand it right back to you, Garrett. I will be coming back on camera at the end of the presentation to help you answer any questions. And hopefully we get a lot of interest and a lot of questions. We're excited to share lots of great updates with you. Go for it, Garrett.
Awesome. Thanks, Chris. And thank you, Nathan. We're not supposed to have, favorites or in this industry as far as our travel partners go, but by far, Nathan, you are my favorite Nathan in this industry. So thank you for all that you do. And thank you for including Celebrity in on this virtual. I know it's a bit different this year, as we all have learned since last year, but we really appreciate the time being here. So without further ado, let's get started. Let's learn a little bit about Celebrity and kind of what the future holds. So officially welcome. And most excitingly, when it comes to Celebrity Cruises, a new world is on its way. And I love this image. This is the beautiful Celebrity Apex, our newest ship that we actually took virtual delivery of last April. In the midst of the pandemic, we took virtual delivery, first ship to be virtually delivered in the history of the industry. And this was an image of her in the Caribbean. Just this last fall, she joined the rest of our fleet. And I know we still don't have guests on board, but this image was so beautiful to see her leading our ships out. And that's the new world that's on the way. And I couldn't be more excited. Now, I know this is on the top of everyone's mind, so I wanted to bring this up first. And honestly, there is a lot of information still to come about our healthy return to service. But I did want to share with you a little bit that we have so far. So we combined and brought together a panel of experts in epidemiology and vaccines and research and development across the board, headed by our amazing Global Head of Public Health and Chief Medical Officer, Calvin Johnson. These individuals all got together and came up with all these various protocols. Now we have these robust, healthy protocols based on these 5 key pillars: prevention, mitigation, destination, mobilization, and of course, validation. Now these 5 pillars help us build these protocols so that when we return to service, that it is a safe and healthy destination for your vacation moving forward. Now, with the implementation and the rollout of the vaccine so far, we're excited to say that as we get closer to our return to service, we're watching the vaccine rollout, and we think that's going to be really key so that we don't have to have such stringent protocols when we return to service. So there's going to be a nice balancing act when that happens. Now, in saying that, there's also some key things I want you to keep in mind as we roll back out into the water. You know, as you probably know, our ships are still in the water, but obviously they don't have guests on them. Now, first and foremost, this is going to be a phased approach with our newest and largest ships. We'll be bringing us back out first, and then we'll phase in the rest of the ships as we go. We're going to begin with shorter cruises. We are working hand in hand with the CDC and watching their guidelines and working with them, meeting with them every single day to make sure that we abide by what their guidance says. And of course, we're monitoring each and every destination that we work with. As you are probably all aware, we are currently suspended for sailings through the end of April with our anticipated return in May at this point. So we're excited whenever that exact date may be. Stay tuned in with your great, amazing travel professionals at AAA of Oregon, Idaho. They are going to be the first to know when that happens, and we can't wait to bring you back on board. And what you're going to experience back on board with Celebrity is a new kind of luxury. And we're excited because the future for Celebrity is so bright. There's really no one like us when it comes to the cruise industry because we have carved out our niche. We define ourselves now as new luxury. So you might be wondering what new luxury means, and I'm happy to tell you all about that here momentarily. But before we get to new luxury, I wanted to give you some backstory on who Celebrity is in case you don't already know. So the idea and the original Celebrity cruise line was actually born out of the Chandris line way back in 1960. Now, we didn't become Celebrity Cruises until 1990. And then from there, we really started to ramp up. And when we hit 2000, it became more of an exponential curve. We debuted our Millennium series in 2000. Then in 2008, we introduced our Solstice class series, Millennium class series, I should say. It's about 2,200 guests, absolutely beautiful ships. Then you have the Solstice class, which is about 2,800 to 3,000 capacity. And then in 2018, the end of 2018, we debuted our Edge series. And that's Edge, and as I mentioned before, we have Apex as well. These are incredibly beautiful ships, about 2,900 guests each, and it just shows what the future looks like when it comes to the absolute beauty that Celebrity is. Apologize there, a little bit of technical jumping. So we're excited because we're celebrating over 30 years, and in total we have 14 ships in our fleet across the world serving you and our great destinations. Now, what is also key is focusing on what you, as our traveler, wants the most. And so these are our foundation. This is our pillars that we lean on every single day to deliver excellent, memorable, amazing vacations for you. So from destination to design to our accommodations, culinary, and our new pillars, actually holistic wellness, which I'm going to talk about, which I think is really key as we've all been cooped up and haven't been able to travel. We need to go and treat ourselves. And so wellness is going to be key in that. And this all comes down. Our foundation of these 5 pillars is our service. And we really are prideful and so, proud of our service and our anticipatory service, our dedication to making sure that when you're on board, you truly are treated absolutely amazing from beginning to end with a 2-to-1 guest to crew member ratio. I couldn't be more proud by the service that our team delivers, and always with a smile on their face as well. Now, what's very exciting is when you step on board Celebrity, you're really taking a step forward in time with our design, our destinations, and the exciting new features that we include on our different ships. And I like to say that you can only experience new luxury, and it's only on Celebrity. So let me walk you through what new luxury looks like. And just to give you kind of a big 10,000-foot view, new luxury and good things come in all shapes and sizes and all packages. So whether it be glamping on the Celebrity Flora, whether it be that beautiful iconic suite on the Edge class, or the Grand Plaza as well, which is that LED chandelier that does light shows in the midst of the Grand Plaza. It's just incredible. Now, a little bit more on the beautiful design and new luxury look and feel. It really comes to a head at our Edge class series, and that is Edge and Apex. I just love to highlight and show the beautiful spaces that you're going to find, whether it be the rooftop garden. That's what's pictured in your upper left there. The upper right is the resort deck with the great, beautiful pool. The bottom left features that Grand Plaza like I spoke about, and of course Eden as well, which is just beautiful. A 7,000 square foot venue, kind of like an adult playground in so many ways, with dining, bars, and just a great place to sneak away and relax when the time is right. Now, with new luxury comes other experiences on board as well. And like I mentioned, holistic wellness is going to be so key in that. And what better than enjoy one of our beautiful spas on board our ships. And this is the spa on Edge Class. Absolutely beautiful, whether it be the thermal suites, the different saunas, the different rooms with the different senses that you can experience, the whirlpools, the saunas, just giving you that extra time when you're on your vacation to take a moment for yourself and to relax in that new luxury environment. You know, I got to bring attention to this as well because, you know, when people think of cruising, they think of all different kinds of experiences. And we have casinos on board all of our ships. But look at that look and feel of what new luxury looks like, even within the casino itself. So we've taken this concept of new luxury and really made it streamlined and consistent across all of our ships. Now, all of our ships are a bit different, but this is the vibe, this is the look and feel that you get in the future with Celebrity. And I just love that look. That reminds me of some of the very luxury casinos right there on the Vegas Strip as opposed to old Vegas. This is what new luxury looks like. Now, entertainment is also so key. And, you know, whether it be our beautiful theaters, almost a theater in the round here on Edge Class, or, you know, one of the theaters on Solstice and Millennium Class as well, we bring world-class entertainment right front and center for you. Whether it be our headlining acts, where we bring on talent that doesn't repeat throughout. If you see a show or a musician or a comedian one night, you're not going to see that same one again. We keep it different. And our world-class production shows are designed in-house. We have our own aerialists, our acrobats, singers, dancers. They are incredible. If you have some free time, you can go onto our YouTube channel and watch some of the performances they've been doing during the pandemic from their own homes. They are incredible performers and musicians. I just couldn't be more proud of the entertainment that we deliver as well. And of course, new luxury also means new luxury and adventure. Now, whether it be our Galapagos program, which we're going to talk about at the end, being part of South America, love our Galapagos program, but adventure is what you make of it. So when we talk about adventure, you know, that could be Alaska, that could be the Caribbean, that could be the Galapagos. Adventure is kind of what you define it as, but we're going to provide that new luxury experience for you during that as well. Now, one of the fun things I think that we have taken the time to do while we've been out of the water, let's say, is we went out and talked to travelers like yourselves. And we said, how can we improve the experience when we start sailing again? So what we did at Celebrities, we came up with a new way to make your vacation much more streamlined once you come on board. So we introduced Always Included. So moving forward at Celebrity Cruises, when you come on board our ships, you don't have to, when you book starting at the end of last year, you're not going to have to worry about your drinks, tips, or Wi-Fi. That is built in. That is always included. I just think that really streamlines the vacation experience. Now, just to give you an idea, on the left, you're going to see that always included. Your tips, your drinks, and your Wi-Fi are already included. Now you can always upgrade to both elevate or indulge. And then when you elevate, it upgrades your drink package from the classic to the premium, and you get a shore excursion onboard credit built in, depending on the length of your sailing. Now, then you can also indulge, which further upgrades your experience, upgrading your Wi-Fi from surf to stream, and then you get a more robust, larger onboard credit. So you can either always include it as the default, elevate, and then indulge. And then the cost of that, just so you're aware, is $30 per person per day. Now, we do have a new fixed air rate as well, so we're trying to streamline the booking process. And when you're booking with your great travel consultant at AAA Oregon, Idaho, they're familiar with all this, but let's get your air included as well, just so you don't have to worry about that when you want to go on your vacation. We just make it streamlined and more inclusive. Now, from always included, to elevate, to indulge. We then have the upper echelon, what we call the retreat. And this is our suite class. In the retreat, you get to experience even more. So you get all the perks and benefits, the amenities of the indulge, which is the Wi-Fi, stream, your tips, your premium beverage package or drink package, and then you also get your onboard credit. Now, on top of all that, in the retreat, you have the dedicated amenities that you get in the retreat program, including the lounge, the private sun deck, and each and every retreat stateroom has a dedicated butler. Now, on your higher category of the retreat, it's like an iconic suite, a edge villa, reflection suites, those higher categories. You get unlimited specialty dining, 2 bottles of premium spirits in your stateroom, stocked mini bar, complimentary laundry service. The more and more you get within the retreat was just absolutely amazing. So when it comes to the retreat, new luxury, the old expression, less is more, more is more when it comes to new luxury. So keep in mind, if you're going to travel with celebrity in the retreat, this is a great synopsis slide. All suites, every category, every ship is included within the retreat. It includes the sun deck, the restaurant, and the lounge that are all dedicated to the retreat. It includes the premium beverage package, your high-speed internet, your gratuities, and an onboard credit. Now let's talk about the dedicated areas that you'd experience in the retreat. So this is the sun deck. Absolutely beautiful. This rivals any high-end resort, but this is a high-end resort floating at sea, taking you from destination to destination in your private area. Absolutely magical, relaxing. There is crew members there to help make sure that you enjoy your experience up in this retreat. I love those hanging chairs by the little plunge pool there, and then you have, of course, a hot tub. Amazing dedicated area. Now, indoors, you have the dedicated retreat lounge, which you can go in and 24/7, complimentary beverages, gourmet bites, a great place to relax and watch the world float by as well. And then one of the best features of the retreat is the dedicated restaurant. And that dedicated restaurant is Lumine. And I even just say Lumine and my mouth starts watering because we take our handcrafted food experiences and elevate them to even higher regards to the experience in the Lumine. Everything on board is already, every detail is thought out when it comes to the food, but it is a private restaurant dedicated to retreat guests, and exclusive menu options, signature dishes, and this is available just to the retreat, which just makes it even more special. And it's a beautifully designed restaurant as well. And that's across our entire fleet. You have a retreat Lumine restaurant. Now, I do like to highlight this as well because I think this really puts it in perspective. For those who enjoy luxury cruising, this highlights that Celebrity Cruises is on the left-hand side there. All those green check boxes are what's included. Butler in every suite, multiple world-class production shows, exclusive restaurants, multiple specialty dining options, and how it compares to some other luxury cruise lines out there, or even all-inclusive hotel. So keep that in mind when you're thinking of luxury vacations, especially when it comes to luxury cruising. Celebrity rivals even the best out there. Now, just to give you an idea on some of the spaces on board our beautiful fleets, before we talk about South America, I just want to show you some of these, venues, whether it be the rooftop garden on our Edge class or the lawn club on our Solstice class, where you actually have real grass that actually has to be mowed every couple of days, which is kind of a fun fact. The sunset bar, having a picnic on the lawn club, just these beautiful amenities, these beautiful spaces throughout our fleet for you to enjoy, to take in the great outdoors while you're on a beautiful cruise ship, or the hot glass show that you can take in and participate in on some of our ships as well. There's the Lawn Club Grill, which is just super fun. On certain ships, you either have the hot glass blowing on Solstice class or the Lawn Club Grill. Then you have our beautiful resort decks. There's Eden once again, highlighting some of our shopping options. We have luxury premium retailers on board. Really just the sky is the limit when it comes to all the beautiful spaces, whether you want to watch the sunset or just take a nice relaxing dip in the pool. And then, of course, circling back to the wellness part of things, each and every celebrity ship has a solarium. And our solarium is our indoor pool option. It is temperature controlled. I always like to say that that's a place that you can sit back, relax by the pool, and get some natural sunlight without getting a sunburn. It's just really nice, relaxing environment. Right there nearby is the spa where you can go and get all the great treatments, or just sit back and relax in the sauna or one of those heated lounge chairs there. The relaxation really is through the roof when it comes to those venues. Some other places I wanted to highlight, and then this shows the really fun, kind of the heart of our ships, is the martini bar pictured there in the bottom right-hand corner. For those who have been on celebrity ships, you know that martini bar is always so lively, so fun, and our bartenders are absolutely amazing. They are trained by the best out there to make sure that you have such a fun time. Or you can go check out the club. That's the rooftop garden up in the upper left, just as it goes throughout the day. All the different sights and sounds. The rooftop garden grill on Edge class. This is just really giving you a teaser of what the experience and what it looks like. And then I do want to share with you, talk a little bit more about silent disco. And Chris and I would be happy to sidebar with you guys on this at the end of the presentation, because silent disco is so much fun. If you've not experienced silent disco before, we have it on our ships. And what's cool is you put on a pair of headphones and you have 3 channels. And there's 3 different DJs who are controlling these different stations. So one might be pop music, one's oldies, and the other one might be Latin music. And you can switch between the different channels and just be dancing. I could be dancing to like Justin Bieber. Someone could be dancing to something else. And then we're all just having a fun time dancing, listening to our own music. Really, really fun experience. Sometimes it happens in the Grand Plaza, the foyers, or it happens in the club. It's just a really nice experience for people of all ages is silent disco. And then, our Edge class. And these are just some beautiful pictures of the magic carpet, which is a cantilever platform. It really is that eye-catching element of our Edge class. It's about the size of a tennis court. We use it for both tendering, but it can also be used for dining experiences, open air, absolutely fun experience. And there's it being used for tendering there to make sure that your experience is streamlined. Once again, when you have to go into port, and it's not a dock port, it's a tender port, other experiences aren't that straightforward. Here you walk straight off the ship onto the magic carpet, right on to the tender boat, which is just, excuse me, amazing. And then, as I mentioned before, our entertainment is world class. And this just to give you a little teaser are some of our production shows, the extravagant lengths that we go to make sure that it's nice and immersive. There is a note that premium reserve seating is available, so you can reserve your seat if you're a retreat guest. But just to give you a little bit more highlights of some of these great, amazing production shows. And then, of course, we also have a partnership, I should mention, with the American Ballet Theater, who partners with us, and they have performances on certain sailings throughout the year. So if you're a fan of ballet, those are something you want to ask your travel consultant about at AAA Oregon, Idaho. Now, not many people think of celebrity when it comes to kids or multi-generational families. And I will tell you that kids absolutely love our Camp at Sea program. So our Camp at Sea program is certified autism friendly, so keep that in mind if you have family members that might be on the spectrum. But it is a dedicated program that from ages 3 to 17, and they're age-appropriate programs tailored to those ages. But it also so amazing that you have STEM integration included throughout: science, technology, engineering, and math. So it's funny because suddenly the kids are actually learning while they're participating in these programs. Behind the scenes, they don't realize that they're learning. So it's a very enriching experience. They're having a ton of fun, but it's a great program. For the few kids that we have on board, it's a great program. Now, one of my favorite things to talk about is our dining experiences. And this is actually highlighting Ocean View Cafe, which is our quote-unquote buffet. Why I say quote-unquote is because this doesn't look and feel like a buffet. This is absolutely beautiful, multiple stations to keep the pass-through, the flow going really well, handcrafted, absolutely delicious food. You know, in an environment like this, you're thinking, that has to be mass-produced. Yes, it does, but there is still the attention to detail on every single entree or item. We bake our breads fresh daily. We make our own salad dressings. And then, of course, the venues, the restaurants themselves are absolutely beautiful, whether it be the main dining room, it just really top notch. And the way that we have really improved our culinary excellence is through our partnership with Daniel Boulou. And if you don't know who he is a Michelin star, world-renowned chef who helped us craft and further elevate our dining experiences, whether it be the Ocean View Cafe, the main dining room, or of course Lumine, where he did some additional assistance. He's a great partner of ours, and you can truly taste the difference when it comes to that. And what's fun is we really consider finesse is our North Star. And through our partnerships, we bring the flavors of the world to the plate in front of you. So I'm going to show you some of the beautiful restaurants that we feature on board. And then I will warn you, I have pictures of food coming up. So if you haven't eaten lunch or you're excited for dinner, get even more excited. So Millennium Series, Solstice Series, and Edge Series, those are our three distinct series besides our Galapagos fleet. And those are the different specialty restaurants that you can find on board those ships. And before I move on, I do want to call attention to the Le Petit Chef. So that's one I don't have a slide on, but Le Petit Chef is this little animated dining experience where this little animated chef makes a dish in front of you. It's a 4D projection. And as they make this dish, after the little animated chef makes your dish, they bring the real dish down and set it in front of you. And it helps to just make the process absolutely smooth, really fun, great for all ages. I was having more fun than the kids at the table next to me because it was just absolutely delicious food, but a really immersive experience as well. Tuscan Grill, great specialty. This is where we have our kind of Italian steakhouse experience, handmade pastas, great wine pairings. It kind of feels like you're walking through a wine barrel. I love, love, love Tuscan Grill. Raw on 5 or sushi on 5 on some of our other ships. Fresh seafood, great sushi options. We live in the Northwest, and we're lucky that we have great sushi options. Now you can be in the middle of the sea throughout the world and still find that amazing sushi right there on board. And then Eden, I talked about that. That's that 7,000 square foot fun space on Edge Class where you're going to find really inspired dishes that are going to look amazing but also taste just as amazing. So here comes those pictures of the food. Just have to highlight these just beautifully crafted dishes, whether it be your appetizers, your entrees, your desserts themselves. We really put every painstaking detail into crafting each and every dish. On that picture of that lobster there, I'm really drooling at this point. It's just absolutely delicious. And then here are some desserts to wrap it up as far as what you're going to experience and what you're going to be able to indulge in while you're on board. And one of my favorite parts about this is you can have a great meal on Celebrity and you don't feel like you overdid yourself because it is handcrafted, handmade, and we're using real ingredients when it comes to our great dining experiences. Just looks amazing. Now to pair with all that great food is of course great wine experiences. So every single glass of wine served on board is in a Regal glass. But we at Celebrity have won the most wine spectator awards of any cruise line out there, including 2 best of just this last year. No restaurant can even claim that they won 2 best ofs, and we can. We have exclusive partnerships with different wineries throughout the world, and it just makes a difference when you're on board and you have over 4,000 labels of wine to select from if you enjoy wine, as I know many of us do in the Northwest, with great Washington wines, great Pinots out of the Valley and in Oregon, and of course all the way down to Napa Sonoma. You're going to find local wines featured as well on our ships. And now Nathan and the team at AAA Oregon, Idaho wanted me to kind of focus in a bit, destination-wise, on South America and our offerings in that region. As a reminder, we do cover all 7 continents, but when it comes to South America, we like to consider our product really breathtaking. And so for this year, for 2021, moving into 2022, we operate in the winter season. So in the fall, going into early next year, we're going to cover 21 different destinations, 6 countries, and you're going to see some really fun things pointed out there that we offer longer times than average in the ports of call, with 7 calls with over 12 hours in port and 8 overnight stays in 3 different cities. It's on the beautiful Celebrity Millennium. And so just to highlight some of the great ports of call that you could experience, whether it be the Rio de Janeiro, and experiencing going up to the top of Sugarloaf Mountain on the cable car there. Or a new port, Salvador de Bahia, which is this amazing coastal city, one of Brazil's, I think it was their first capital, and then it ultimately moved, but just this great seaside city that we're excited is a new port for us. And then we touch Argentina. Of course, Buenos Aires, just a beautiful, thriving metropolitan that you can experience on a great celebrity cruise, and then the Chilean fjords. I mean, talk about absolutely breathtaking. That nature is all around you when you're sailing down to the Chilean fjords in Chile. I'd go there in a second. I don't know about the rest of you. As we move out of 2021, as we go into 2022 and 2023, and this was just recently announced, so I'm really excited to share it with you, the Celebrity Infinity will return to South America, and that's our only ship. And some major highlights, it's going to go from December 2022 through mid-April 2023. We're adding some new or returning ports of call, and what we did, and this is just a very technical grid, but I thought it was important to show you what the kind of cadence looked like and what the schedule looks like for those who are interested in South America. The starting dates, including the transatlantic from Portugal down to South America, and then the itineraries from there, whether it be Antarctica, Patagonia, and Argentina. And this slide actually is what I'm really excited about, because this kind of walks you through the great ports of call that you'd find on these itineraries. And what I like about this as well is it shows the variety of experiences that you can have in South America, whether it be a 9-night all the way through a 14-night. And we have 2 in 2022, 2023, we have 2 14-night Antarctica itineraries. And I've talked to people who've done those Antarctic itineraries with us, and they absolutely love it. Now, we don't actually get to dock in Antarctica, but going down there and sailing through is amazing, where you can be on a cruise ship and you can see snow flurries falling. Just a really fun way to experience a cruise that's a bit different than you'd find in the Caribbean or Alaska. And with all of these great destinations, this is just a scratch the surface of the different activities, the different port highlights that you can have in Brazil and Argentina and Uruguay. Just ways to get you immersed in the culture. As you know, South America is so rich in culture and experiences. And what better to spend longer times in ports on the beautiful Celebrity Infinity in this great destination of South America. So take a look at those, and I hope you're getting excited to check those out. Now, I did want to also touch on this, and this was just announced at the end of last week. And why I'm sharing a Panama Canal itinerary is because it actually touches the continent of South America. And what's cool about this is a brand new experience for us, where we're going to do a 15-night Panama Canal starting in Los Angeles at the end of 2022, December 19th, and this is a holiday sailing. So you can spend Christmas Day in Guatemala, and then you spend New Year's Eve in Cartagena, Colombia. So you're going to touch Panama, you're going to touch Colombia, really nice experience, and then you end up in Fort Lauderdale. So you can buy a one-way ticket to LA and then fly home from Fort Lauderdale with seeing Central America and South America along the way on the beautiful sister ship of the Infinity. It's the Millennium, It was absolutely a wonderful, beautiful ship. Now, one of my favorite, absolutely, probably favorite destination that we offer at Celebrity is our Galapagos program. And we've been sailing in the Galapagos for over 15 years now. And my dear friends at AAA, Oregon, Idaho, know this, as I used to work for a company that specialized in Africa. Now, it was a hard transition for me, but when I learned about our Galapagos program, this is truly considered the safari of the sea. This is a raw, natural, once-in-a-lifetime journey to go visit the Galapagos. And what's so nice about our Celebrity experience in the Galapagos is it is truly an all-inclusive package. So from our 10 to 16 night packages, you don't have to worry about a thing. Once you land in Quito, you have your transfers included, your hotels, your city tours, and then when you get on the ship itself, a chartered aircraft takes you from Quito to Baltra, to the islands themselves. You have all of your meals, your Wi-Fi, drinks, everything is included, your twice daily shore excursions, all with our naturalists on board. Absolutely amazing package that you have to consider. And what we've learned throughout this whole pandemic is what better time to start booking these once-in-a-lifetime experiences now. This is the time to do it. So the 10 and 11 night packages are great options. This is where you have 2 pre-nights in Quito and 1 or 2 nights post. All of the JW Marriott, amazing, beautiful luxury hotel in the middle of Quito. As I mentioned, your transfers, your tours are included. What's even more exciting is if you have the time, which I highly encourage you to do this. Having gone to Machu Picchu myself, I would say you have to experience it. We have a 16-night Galapagos and Machu Picchu combination. So after you've already done your Quito experience, then your 7-night Galapagos cruise, you'll be like, wow, that was amazing. How could it get better? Then you go on and you do Lima, the Sacred Valley, 2 nights in Cusco with a day trip out on the luxury train to Machu Picchu and see that lost Incan city that is just amazing. Now, while you're on board our Galapagos fleet, you get to see it all through the eyes of our local expert naturalists, I should say. And these naturalists are from the area. They are studied. They have to pass all these different certifications to come on board our ships and tell you all about this amazing natural destination. They also are the ones who lead you through all the different shore excursions we offer, whether it be the advanced snorkeling or just, beach snorkeling, coastal explorations. We have kayaking, we have off-beach excursions. We have hiking, simple or more to moderate hiking. The choice is yours every single day of what you want to make of that destination, and it's all included. Now, on these different shore excursions and guided experiences, then you also are going to go and see the great wildlife. And I had to show you some wildlife. And just always like to share this, that there actually are 3 different types of movies that you can see on board or on one of the islands. So it could be the Nazca, the red-footed, or of course the most popular blue-footed booby, which I just love this picture there. And absolutely beautiful. And a typical question I get about the Galapagos is there a best time to go? All year round is the best time to go. Whatever works for your schedule, you're going to find your wildlife. Some are doing different things, whether it be hatching or mating season, but there's always something to see when you can get to go to the Galapagos. And yet again, your travel consultants can help you out and figure out when you can narrow that down. You get to visit great destinations and see these great sea lions at Gardner Bay. And what's fun about these sea lions is I like to consider them, water dogs. They are so inquisitive. They are so curious. They're absolutely adorable, and they will come up to you while you're snorkeling and play around with you, which is just really, really fun. Now, our Galapagos fleet is 3 ships. We have the creme de la creme, the ultimate in luxury, the Celebrity Flora. It's 100 guests, 50 staterooms. It's an all-suite ship. 80 crew members for those 100 guests. Then you have the intimate experience, the expedition. It's 48 passengers, 50 crew members there. And the exploration is 16 passengers. It's really an exclusive experience in a catamaran. So this is great If you have a family that you want to travel with, the exploration, 16 guests, as I mentioned, there's 11 crew members, just a beautiful, authentic experience in more of an intimate way. The expedition, this ship was originally built for 100 guests. Now it sails with 48 guests. It's award-winning, spacious, absolutely luxurious as well. And then our creme de la creme, the Celebrity Flora. She was built, the first ship built just for the Galapagos itself. All suites, all exclusive, all inclusive, 100 guests and 83 staff. And just to give you a little bit of a tease more about what the Galapagos and looks like on Flora, these are the beautiful spacious, ultimate luxury. There's actually an opportunity you can get a massage. We have a small spa on Flora. You can do glamping where you get to sleep underneath the stars. Just amazing. Now, what is so unique about Flora? You know, we have expert programming by a woman named Ellen Prager. She's incredible. Our godmother is Ecuadorian in heritage. We have designed the ship with local materials. It has eco and social responsibility in mind. We've designed our yacht tenders, so your tendering boat is custom designed for our ships, making it more streamlined for you to get on and off the ship when you go into the different islands. And of course, amazing dining options as well on board. And then that glamping I talked about, which is truly once in a lifetime in itself. So at the end of the day, whether it be South Africa, or one of you, South America, or one of our great destinations throughout the world, the Caribbean, Galapagos, wonder is returning. A new world is awaiting when it comes to celebrity cruises. But I also wanted to highlight, because I think this is so important, and it's getting more and more important for you as travelers to look at the brands that you travel with. So I want to share with you, before I wrap up, our values. And at Celebrity, we believe at our heart of hearts that every day we strive to break gender barriers. We support education for all. We embrace diversity and inclusion, typically rated one of the top cruise lines for LGBTQ community. We have the first female captain of a major cruise line, Captain Kate. She's amazing. Our two recent godmothers, one is Malala, Nobel Peace Prize winner. Our more recent godmother is a founder of an organization called Girls Who Code, promoting young women to join this computer science field. There's just so much that we're doing to just show you that we care every single day about what we do and what we're leaving our legacy behind. Now, some more formalities I want to go through before we jump into questions is if you book before the end of this month, before the end of January, you will qualify for our Cruise with Confidence program. And if you're already booked, you qualify for this program. This allows you for sailings through May 4th of 2022 to cancel up to 48 hours prior to sailing, and you would receive a future cruise credit in the amount of money you paid. You also have the option to do a lift and shift, where you can shift your cruise out a year if you're uncomfortable. And then you have the best price, best offer guarantee. So if we were to do an additional offer at some point, you can always refare to that at the current price and promotion. And that should encourage you to always book now, and then you can keep an eye on what we're announcing in the future. Now, it's amazing that you attended the presentation today. We have a special show offer I'm going to share with you in just a couple slides. But AAA is one of our best partners. And they are truly, I could not commend them enough for the amount of time and effort they have spent over this last year helping their members get their money back, fix their vacations, hold on to their FCCs so they can book in the future. They were there when other guys weren't. They are the experts. They are the best out there, and you couldn't be in better hands with them. And the best part is you get even more bang for your buck when you book with AAA. So our member benefit for AAA is you receive up to a $75 onboard credit. And even on top of that, for AAA vacations, this is combinable with the member benefit. You can receive an additional $100 onboard credit depending on what stateroom you book, and your travel consultant knows that at AAA. And then the cruise show special. So in the next month, on top of those first two slides where you can earn up to $175 in onboard credit, Chris and I are offering even more additional onboard credit. Whether it's any stateroom, we'll do a $100 onboard credit, or a veranda and above, for sailings through May 4th of 2022 for the next month. So make sure to tell your travel consultant you heard about this at our presentation, and we'll get that added to your next celebrity cruise or your next few celebrity cruises if you book them all by the end of February 19th. Now for the Galapagos specifically, I did want to call attention to that our promotion with the Galapagos program, since it's already all-inclusive, we can't do an onboard credit. But what we're doing is we are including your international air credit. So it's a $750 credit per person to travel with us to the Galapagos. So that helps to either cover all of your air or cover most of your air flying into Quito itself. So I couldn't be more excited. New luxury is awaiting. Thank you for joining us this evening on this presentation. I know you have so many more presentations coming up over the next 10 days, I believe it is, and you couldn't be in better hands with the great team at AAA Oregon, Idaho. So I'm going to bring Nathan back, and I'd love to do any questions. I think he wants to share with you a little bit more about their great AAA club.
Yeah, thank you so much, Garrett. And I couldn't help but think during your presentation, I had the pleasure of traveling with Celebrity to the Caribbean. It was 2 years ago, and you showed pictures of the indoor pool on the Millennium series, and that was my favorite spot on the ship. Along with Le Petit Chef, which I thought was the most adorable thing I've ever seen, and great food. So definitely excited to travel with you folks again when I have the opportunity to do so. In regards to getting in contact with us, you're always more than welcome to contact AAA. The 800 number is listed there for you. If you haven't worked with one of our travel professionals before, a good way to get started is through our email. So you can email us at AAAtravel@AAAoregon.com, and we can put you in touch with a AAA travel professional nearest you. If you've worked with a AAA travel professional in the past, you're more than welcome to reach out to them. They'll probably be reaching out to you after this webinar, so keep an eye out for an email from them. You're more than welcome to visit us on our website at AAA.com, more specifically AAA.com/travel. That has tons of great travel information for you and resources, and then also information about our great travel partners, including Celebrity Cruises. And then we've been getting a lot of questions about whether or not our service centers are open right now, and they are. We're just asking that you call ahead to schedule an appointment with a AAA travel advisor before you come into the service center. It just allows us to better navigate how many folks are coming in and out of the service center. We just want to make sure that everybody's staying safe during these uncertain times. So with that, we can open it up to questions. If you haven't put in questions into the question box now, you're more than welcome to start typing those in. We did get a few questions, Garrett and Chris, during the presentation. In regards to COVID, for folks that are interested in traveling fairly soon, they were asking about a proof of COVID vaccine before boarding the ships, and then also if there were mask mandates on the ships.
Sure.
Great question.
Oh.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it's essentially we presented our healthy return to service protocols to the CDC, and they're fairly stringent, where they do mention things like social distancing and mask wearing and such. However, the vaccine is a game changer. So that being said, it's something that people would speculate at this point, but we don't currently have any specific policy. And so traveling fairly soon, because we are scheduled to go back in the water around March, we would have information based on the availability of vaccine and such by then. So just talk to your AAA travel professional, and they'll give you all the updates.
Absolutely. More information to come.
And I just want to add, we're hoping to return at this point in May, Chris.
I'm sorry, May.
Yeah, no worries.
I'm eager.
we're hoping for March, but
another question that we got through: are there any new upgrades for Celebrity Elite members?
You know, that's a great question, and through the downtime, we have looked at our Captain's Club program. That is our loyalty program, and we have found ways to increase and make that more of a robust program. While we've been out of the water, hopefully these guests have been reading their emails and earning power-up points. were a way for you to actually earn Captain's Club points while we were not sailing. But when we return to the water, there are some changes that we're going to be announcing because, as Chris mentioned, there will be some more physical distancing taking place. So we won't be able to do the normal things that we used to do for Captain's Club members, but there are some great things, more to come. But we are looking to upgrade that experience because we love, of course, our loyal guests. And I know that there are many that book through AAA Oregon, Idaho, and we can't wait to welcome you back on board. And Chris, I don't know if you are familiar with any of the specifics, but I don't recall them offhand.
No, you said it. You said it all. We continue to increase what we're doing for the program. We stay in very close contact with our Captain's Club and Elite members. So please follow your emails because you'll be receiving quite a few updates fairly soon.
And for that specific person, if you want to send some questions to your travel consultant, they can pass along to me, and I'll make sure that we communicate as quickly as possible any changes, and I'll be in touch with them.
Great, thank you. I'm not seeing any other questions come through right now, but while I have you, there might be some folks on the webinar today that have future cruise credits. Do you want to talk about, is there any expiration dates or when they need to travel by, just so that we can have that information out there?
Yeah, so currently with anyone who is holding a future cruise credit with Celebrity right now from our suspended sailings or Cruise with Confidence, they have to book by May 4th of 2022 for sailings through September 30th of 2022. So there is about a year and a half that you have to get on our ships and be able to use your future cruise credit. And of course, as you know, your travel consultants can help you narrow that down and find one of our amazing journeys throughout the world to use that. And we would highly, highly encourage, and Chris and I have been saying this a lot over the last couple of weeks, is we highly encourage you to start thinking about that now and start using those, because next year, when everyone is vaccinated and when we're through this pandemic fully, we anticipate next year to be a very full year as far as occupancy. And so if you don't book now, you're not going to get the staterooms and the sailings that you want.
Agreed. And I think with the Cruise with Confidence option that you folks have available now is a great time to start planning, and you can change it around later if need be. So, all right. Well, I think that answers all the questions. Do you folks have anything that you would like to share before we sign off?
You know, just to wrap it up, and I'll let you close, Nathan. But from the bottom of my heart, especially on a warm and sunny day that we've had here today, thank you for taking the time to come inside, or maybe you're still outside watching from your phone or something, but thank you for joining us. You know, we love our AAA partners, and we appreciate you and your membership to AAA, and we can't wait to welcome you back on board our ships and look towards a brighter future. And as our Senior Vice President of Sales says, we're looking through the windshield, we're not looking back in the rearview mirror. So we're very excited, and thank you once again.
And I would just like to say, I'm a AAA member. I book my travel through AAA. I can tell you a dirty little secret. I actually get a better combined offer by the AAA vacations benefit and the AAA member benefit than I actually do as an employee at Celebrity Cruises. So I can guarantee you guys are getting an amazing deal. That's why I book all my travel through AAA, and I also enjoy all the membership benefits as well.
That's a secret that should definitely be shared, Chris. Thank you. Thank you.
Except for our HR, they're hiring somebody.
Well, thank you again to everybody for joining us for the webinar today. Thank you for taking the time to join us. Like I said, if you do have any questions, if you think of anything after the presentation, definitely feel free to reach out to us here at AAA. And for all your future travel planning needs, definitely reach out and we'd be more than happy to assist. I hope that you have a great evening, and thank you again for joining.
Take care and stay safe, everyone.